I believe I'm going into the scripture today from the Galatians, I believe, the book of Galatians. Not sure about that, let me check that out there. Um, it is not Romans, yes, Galatians. Galatians, I'm going from Galatians, and now I'm not preaching today. I'm teaching you all certain things. I'm reading from Galatians. I'm going to read down what Paul is telling the people from Galatia. And it is chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5. Amen. So you all could follow it. Amen? Amen. And you see, there are many, many things that many Christians doesn't know. Even today, right, some Christians doesn't even know that as Christians we don't eat things offered to idols. It is scriptural, and we don't do it. Many people don't know that. When I went down to Open Bible Church in Pinal, on the time that we have church, I could remember they make their things, whatever they make, and they bring it into the church to share among us. I think the Christians, mothers of them in the church, they make it and they bring it. And I newly went down there as a young Christian, just about 20, I would not have been 21, yes. I was 24, so I was 24 years, I was almost 24 years old. And when I saw it right away, it in my spirit, and I told them because they did not know. They said, well, these was not offered unto idols. These are what we make. I asked them the question, why then did you make it in January? Why you make it on the time the people have their ceremonies? You make it at the same time and you come to share it with us. Now some people, many people will say that these things are, well, this set is not offered. This is not offered. It's not really the offering. There's nothing wrong. Somebody who have knowledge, listen to me good. Some people who have knowledge, an idol, as Paul said, means nothing. Right? But for the sake of the weaker Christians, do you know nothing wrong in eating meat? Nothing wrong in eating meat. But Paul said, if you eating meat and it's offending your brother, because some Christians don't believe in eating pork. They say pork had demon in it. Right? They talk about God cast out Jesus cast out the devil and they went into how evil spirit, so they don't eat it. Right? No, it comes like this. If they have, you love your brother and your sister so much. Right? So while you are talking to him or her, they may be a young Christian now coming in, and they say, you can talk. Imagine Paul said, for their sake, do eat it. Are you understanding? Yeah. You have more knowledge than them. But if it offended them, then you do eat it. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So we come, when they brought it, I told them, I said that you all, now I now come down there, and I didn't come down as a pastor, I come down as a normal member. Right? But I saw what was going on, and then they told me, they said, no, this one was not over. We made this. I said, well, then why did you make it at this time? Now, the plain talk is like this. I'm telling you things so you all will know it now. No offense if you all did it before. I could just tell you about certain things. I can't compel you that you should not do or do. I just telling you what the Bible talks about. Right? Though you may not understand at those times of the year, there are spirits outside now, because God hates idols from the very beginning. From the very beginning of the Bible, God hates idols. He gets vexed about it. He directly hates it. And when they have in the ceremony, Christians does not get involved. Are you all understanding what I'm saying? Yeah. Now some people will say, if you want them to come to our church, we have to go to their things. No, you don't. And I want you to listen very carefully. You can't bring somebody to Christ. No. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying. That's a wrong concept that Christians have, such as, see if I could bring you to Christ. You could bring them to a religion. You could bring them to an organization. Or a church, you could bring them to a church. But bringing them to Christ, what you all got to understand very carefully. We are Gentiles. The reason why we are Gentiles is because we are not Jews. Are you listening? Yeah. And because of Adam's sin, we were separated from God. We did not stand a chance upon this earth to come to God. Christ did not come from the beginning. He did not really come to the Gentiles. You have to take it in steps. He did not come to the Gentiles. He came to the Jews because of what a promise God made to Abraham, and he called the Jewish people his people. So he came to the Jews. And it's because the Bible says, Jesus said, since you don't accept me, I will now turn to the Gentiles to make you jealous. That's how the Gentiles have a chance of coming. And when he said so, they said, out of the Gentile I will pick a people. You understand that? Yes. He will pick a people. It's not, you hear people sometimes say, you try to witness to them and they say, I ain't ready yet. Some say, well, wait until I get old and I can't do nothing else. Then I will go and accept Christ. You cannot accept Christ on your own when you feel like it. That's right. When the Spirit moving, the Bible says today, if you hear my voice, if you hear my voice. So if the Spirit moving and you hear a voice, tell you, God, what is it? Today is your day. It will come like this. These two trans sitting on here, she may hear the voice playing and she don't hear it. Today is her day. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Jesus said, no man can come to the Father. I want you to listen. Jesus is saying this plain. No man can come to the Father except the Spirit draws him. It continues to say, and many people use this part of the scripture. And him that cometh unto me, I will no wise cast off. So they leave out the first part and they say the second part. Now I want you to listen very carefully to it. Very carefully. There is no cause to use the second part if the second part is let me see if I get it right. No man can come. He said that play. All you watching, none of all you can come to God except through if the Spirit draw it. The Spirit of God is the one that makes the first move, not human being. We hear many times that open and today you could accept the Lord. No, sir. That's why many people come into Christianity and they go back out. And they go back out and they're coming at all again. Because they came on their own. Christ is the one who draws them, and when Christ is ready to draw, he could draw the worst sinner. I want you to understand. The worst sinner he could draw. Because he had the power to do it. He made them. You understand what I mean? He had the power to do it. He make ways for them to draw. So it is Christ that will work. So when you come into Christianity, that means Christ accepts you into his kingdom. And as long as you are drawn by Christ, you are drawn by the Holy Spirit, you come into Christ. Now you have a new life. So then you have this new life and now you begin to grow in Christ. Now I want you to understand the way it works. When the Holy Spirit draws you, your eyes are open and then you begin to see that you cannot really serve God on your own. You are asking a dead man to serve God. We were born dead. I wonder if you understand it. Don't feel frightened. Not dead as to lie down in a coffin. We were born without the knowledge of Christ, without the knowledge of God. Because of Adam, we get separated from God. We are now born without that knowledge. We were born not to have a chance to even come to God. Right? God did not send his son to the Gentiles. He sent his son to the Jews, and because of the disobedience of the Jews, and Jesus said, because they didn't listen, I will now turn to the Gentiles. We are Gentiles. When God called you, you are now in God's kingdom. You belong to God. You can now call God your Father. Are you listening? Your Father. Before you did not know that. Inside of you will be built inside of you a certain mechanism. A person will be inside of you working in your life for you to please God. You understand what I mean? I want you to understand. Yeah. That's why you see this is not a religion. It's much different to a religion. You could join a religion and learn what the religious teacher teaches, and you begin to follow in that footstep. Yeah. Right? But in this case, this that builds inside of you is the Holy Spirit. And he begin, the Bible said the Holy Spirit would guide you onto all truth. Or is it some truth? No. All truth. So then you begin to walk, and anything that is not of God, you will see that you will begin to lose the desire to go into that direction. Now, God does not take you and change your life and does not give you something better. I can tell you it is better than what you had before. A natural person in natural life may not want to serve God because they will think that we are bound up, we are bind up, we don't have no joy. But yet, we have a joy that the world can give. The Bible says so. Amen. And the world cannot take away that joy from you. Just think that. The world cannot take away this joy from you. And God begin to guide you into certain things. Now, we have, like, take for instance, next week. Well, all know it don't start, but next week is what we have, like what we call carnival. Are you listening to me? Yeah. People will say, what's wrong with a little mass? The Bible spoke about certain things of the flesh. Amen? And orgies. What do you call it? Orgies? Or orgies? Orgies. 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 Huh? Orgies. How do you call it? Orgies. Orgies is one of them. And that have what they call reveling, and what we have coming down next week. Reveling. Wild parties. All that come on later. Wild parties. Craziness. Drunkenness. And of this, we keep far from. It is not part of us. It is not part of us. I tell people that come into carnival time, it is not wise to go to the sea for carnival. People do not understand it. And just last week I listened and I heard somebody and they were showing you of the miracles that Jesus did. Listen to me very carefully. And I rejoiced because I heard from an ex-man from the States. And he was talking about the miracles, how he cast out demons and things like that. He said, when the Lord cast out the spirit from the man in Gadara, that is, the Lord went to Gadara and this man used to live among the tombs. And I hope I'm right with that story. Yeah. And when he saw Jesus coming, he never saw Jesus before. It's the demons that were in him. They said that he had legions of demons. Ladies and gentlemen, legions is 60,000 demons. Demons don't take up space. So 60,000 could hold in a person. But just think about the condition he was in. That he would cut himself something at night, bathe, bawl in the cemetery, and he used to live in the cemetery. And when the Lord cast out those devils, the devils begged, please don't let us leave here. Let us, please don't let us, something like, don't leave us on it. And I think he saw the hog and they asked that they could go to the hog. I think I'm right there. And when he cast them out into the hog, so the pigs, the Bible says the pigs run violently down, and where did they head? To the sea. Right? And is that what he said? And I said, right here, understand. And then he said, you know, that's where they have their what do you call it? Yeah, not really their home, but where the offices are. And carnival time, you'll see people doing something you don't even see it in the world in all the rest of the years. Sometimes people that are well respected, respectable, they still on that time like a spirit takes them over. A spirit took me over. Why would a man like me leave home in Pinal on Friday night? I'm heading to San Fernando. I know very well I come back Sunday night. Not Sunday night. Tuesday night. No, you don't get transport Tuesday night up there now. In my days. So I'll come back Wednesday morning. Do you know I had on the same clothes? I would just sleep under the store. And now I don't like to even sleep out. I like my bed when the night come. But there, because of this spirit that you take me. And I never loved normal pets, you know. Like, you know, birthday party, pets, no. But when the carnival season, that pet I like. I would never avoid a pet, but that pet I like. And I am outside there midnight, like Sunday, coming all over San Fernando, have pet I don't leave from Pinal. And I will, after 12, they will move the tables, so they take in no more money. They don't make the money for the night, so they move the tables. And I jump in here and I shake myself a little bit in this fet. Then I run down the road to the next fet. I jump in here and I shake myself. Then I go down the road. I like OWTU. I go down there and I shake because all them moving the table at that damn thing. When I finish now, when we finish shaking myself there, it's because every morning we on the road because from the fet those brass bands and things hit the road while they're going home and we out on there dancing, getting on. And then when I finish now, I'm going to get something to eat, a buns and a bottle of juice. The bottle of juice was 3 cents, those small Coke bottle, and the buns was a penny. And I will eat that for my lunch, and then I go down by the sea and I bathe. And I put back on the same clothes, where I slept all night. And I come out now, I'm walking all about in Carnival. And then on the Monday night, I put myself I find under some store. Now all about on the store, you see people, they have nowhere to really go. Some of them come from all different parts of the country, and they just sleep it out. And then get up the next morning, Tuesday morning, starting late, so I go by the sea and I bathe and I bathe and I bathe and I put back on the same dirty clothes that I had on since Friday. This is Tuesday. So don't set up all your face. What is the girl doing about that? Remember, I'm telling you how this thing have you. And I'm not the only person. There are many people like that because they come, they have no place to stay. So they anchor in San Fernando. Right? They anchor in San Fernando. So you just think, like I think, how I used to make it. Because if I go and try to sleep at night and I ain't shower, I can't sleep. So just think about those days I could live there. When you shower in the sea, you have to look again normal water to wash up because it's salt. But I don't wash up because I have no place to wash. I have no pipe, so the salt water time after time. Fix your face. Don't make me feel embarrassed. I'm telling you what the devil have you doing.
Yes.
And then Wednesday morning it start from about 5:30 cars, it start coming to police. Well, everybody's smelling bad. So I go in the car, the whole car smells bad. And then I go home Wednesday morning. And then I'll come back to my natural self. Are you listening? So it's something that takes you over at that time. At that time. You see, the demons begin to come up. They begin to come out. As I would tell somebody I used to go down by the seaside on beaches to pray when I was much younger, when I told me to Christianity. That was the best place when nobody's on the beach and we could only hear the waves and things. And I walk, and at the time I was walking down I left home and I just drive down to Chatham. Chatham is across the road. So not on the side with the oil side where you could see a point. On the other side, that's not a dangerous looking beach. The sea is dangerous. And I began walking down the beach that day, and my spirit began to get heavy as a child of God. And the more I walk, the more heavy my spirit gets. So I stop. I park my car right on the beach to the top, and I'm walking down the beach, I'm talking to God, but my spirit is heavy, so I stop. And when I look out into the distance of the sea, I saw 3 large demons. God made me see this. The one in the center is taller, and the other 2 are smaller, and they were watching me as though I spoiling something. That means they were having either some meeting or some kind of thing there, and I walking down there, spoil this. I am spoiling. What am I doing there? So I catch it on, and if my spirit is troubled, I start to back. Because I see them, they're out in distance, they're on the sea. It makes no difference with them, they're on the sea, but their business place is under the ocean. If you read book like Delivered from the Powers of Darkness, you see the man, he went straight through. When the girl tell him we go in here, and when they reach to the end of the sea, to the edge to come out of the sea, she just hold his hand and they begin skating at that speed. And when they reached a certain distance, they just stopped, so they began to go down and say he got frightened. And he wanted to know how he breathed, and she said, don't worry, that. And they went right down. And when they right down, they came into a building, a big building. And there she pulled him and said, we go through the stage. And when they go through, people gather around a human being, at the bottom of the sea. And that is in the ocean. That's how fast they move. And when he walked there, they were out from the lower ground. 2 chairs will come up. That is the big time chair. Very rich. And they will come up, and he sit on one and she sit on one. So it have it going on. And then out came a headless man. That was the devil himself. And he began to talk to them. I wish body language was coming out from, but the book didn't say. But he speak to them. That was the devil himself. So these things are real. These things are not sad. These are not a Nancy story. It's real. I called my brother, who is a pastor, some years ago. Can't remember how much years, but a few years well. And he was not home. He went to work. And I called my mother because she lived right in the front house. So I said, I'm trying to get in touch with Tony. I'm not hearing. I tried to get in touch with Tony. And she said, I'm going Manzanilla for the carnival, which many churches go. And I said, this is not a good place for people to go. And you know, that same year I lost my nephew. Dealing with what only up to here. My sister called me from the one from Tobago. She called me and she said, we cannot find Eon. We cannot find Eon. Right? And I sat down, I am cool as ever home. I said, she said, we're looking all about you, being here, and he just disappeared. And she keep on, she said, you could hear everybody, the whole church of the thing, and the mother, she is there bawling, and that is my brother's wife. Well, he didn't know nothing yet, he's up on his work, because he had prison officer, he had to go to work that day. And when he did come, I just said plain, I said to them, what you are saying? Ian drunk? They say, yes, because he went down here and we searched it. And my brother went up there, one of my brother went up with him in Manzanilla. I didn't go up, but I keep in touch what's going on, what happened. The police came and they just say, only find the body. They say, no, they say, okay, and they leave, and they say, we'll come back tomorrow. And they search, up down, and the morning, it was the Tuesday morning. In fact, when he came one time, the pastor, he sent back home to church one time, which is the wise thing to do. He sent back the church home one time, and he remained just with a few men, and they began to search the sea. The wife is, she's what do you call it, hysterical?
Yes.
Right? And she done it, so he had to send her home too. And they searching, water shallow, they searching, they can't find him. Until the Tuesday morning, or the Tuesday or the Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the Tuesday morning, 3 days after, he called out at God, to God. He said, God, you take my son. Well, then at least give him back the body so I can bury it. You take my son and you wouldn't even give him back. I could understand his feelings. His feelings. And then someone shouted from lower down the beach. They went over a mile down the beach. He raised right fish party drum. I remember when they went for his funeral, they had his face covered with a milk mask because his face was eaten up by fish. And I have been telling people that time and time again, at times 7 Christians from one church drowned in, I can't remember which beach it was. But that is many, many years ago. I was a young guy. And they went out on a boat. Boat giving people who want to go out, pay a little thing and we carry all over. And they went off without, the boat was very overloaded, and they didn't have no jackets. And some shake with a wave, and everybody moved to one side and capture the boat. They lost 7 people from one church. I don't know why I go back telling people about this, because some people don't understand. We are Christians, and the devils are out there, especially at this time. They come onto land. They are demons, they are demons. They come onto land and have people getting on the way they get on. I have to say I can't be vexed with them because I was out there too. Yes. Amen. Before I got delivered. And do you know when I got delivered? I got saved on the 20th of March, 1972. That year, many of you were not born as yet. That year, Carnival was in May. Those who are of older age will remember that Carnival was in May because they had to cancel Carnival, which usually come between February and the beginning of March. Ian drowned on the 1st of March that year. 1st of March that year. And they had a breakout of polio in Trinidad. Polio. So Eric William, who was the Prime Minister at that time, said we'll have to cancel Carnival because of the polio epidemic in the country. Many people cried they still wanted to have this fest, even though it was trouble, because it is in them. You are I want to pity it, maybe joy, but sometimes I think, what they have, like things like, especially like wasafet and those kind of things. When the people skin a pot and they get it on there, they take a hose and they begin spraying down everybody and them going crazy. You just think about it. I mean, everybody went, but that is joy for them. Listen to me. I have to tell you all that it's the spirits in the place. What caused them to get on like that? A young teacher woman from Santander. She used to live in a very, very respectable family. The whole family was respectable, and she married a husband. She married a man, and he used to play mass, and he always begging her. And she said she would play 1 year. And when she played that year, when she went to school the next day, her little children said, Miss, we see you see him, and you're looking real good, you're looking real nice, and everybody happy. And when she saw it as a replay, she couldn't believe that was the way she was dressed, and she couldn't believe that's the way she was getting on. And she told her husband, she said, listen, I'm not playing no mass with you again. The children seem to be happy about what they saw, but I am feeling so ashamed of how I get on. How I get on. So I'm telling you, these things are, the Lord saying plainly, don't get into this. When that carnival came in May, the carnival came in May because the epidemic started to cool down. And then people begin to beg. They say many of us bought our curious costume, made our costume already, and then Eric William gave that carnival in May. I remember that. That's the first year. And carnival month, Tuesday morning. Imagine, it didn't even come to me to go to carnival that I got here in March. This is in May. It didn't even come to me to leave as usual, to go to my faith. It didn't even come to me to that. I'm so happy in Christ. I'm so happy reading the Bible. And Carnival Tuesday I was reading, and that's where I came upon in 2 Corinthians 5:17, which is my best scripture even of today. Right? Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. All things are passed away, and behold, all things are become new. And verse 18, and all things are of God who have reconciled us by the renewing of our minds. And then when I catch it, I feel so good. And I took up my Bible and I ran across the road by my neighbor over the road, because all the time I was nice boy. Nice boy. One woman said, if my daughter didn't marry already, I will marry you to one of them. First they loved me. But now, when I run across by her, I say, neighbor, I want you to see this, I want you to see this, with my Bible in hand. You remember what I tell you? How I don't feel to do this, and how the Lord said, man, and these things don't run again. Look here, look what it says here. If any man be, she said, Joe, you're mad. I said, no, just come and see that. I said, Joe, you're mad. She was picking up clothes, she leave everyone inside, whatever clothes she have in hand, and locked the door. I stood up in the street and I cried like a child. Cried not for shame, but that they don't seem to catch what I try to tell them. And I have to understand that. Because if somebody tell me come to live a Christian life, they can never get me to come to live a Christian life. I ain't coming because it seems like the Christians are in bondage. That's how we will see in the world from the outside, not really knowing how the joy that one has in Christ. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you today, you may not know, you who have become saints in Christ, you have to walk in the Spirit, and you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. These things that we talk about here, that we get into, these are the lust of the flesh. You can't do without it. You can't do without playing grass. They're making, this is real make, a piece of thing that you might go in the store and you'll get one, you might not get the color you want, and the top I talking about the woman getting, it might cost you about $40, but you are paying up to sometimes $5,000 and $6,000 for a piece of thing on top and a piece of thing underneath, and you are happy. And the money spent, don't care how much, recession way, money hard. You have to get this money. Why do you think you're having so much robberies? Why do you think so much young fellas are robbing these days? Every day is like a robbery. Okay, what? Or you hear some of them get shoot down here, it's not stopping others from robbing. Because today, their girlfriend will say they want to play match. And you understand what I'm saying? They want to play match. If you can't buy that costume for me, or let me go and pay that, I could get somebody else to buy it. So then they had to rob. You all don't understand that. Right? There's two things. The robbery at carnival time. And notice, always in November, the baby rate in the country is the highest. The births in the country is the highest. You work out the date, you work out the time, and the highest. And many of them doesn't even know the person they slept with. When I'm moving from one place and I'm moving, I can't pass through a short, dark place. All at the side of the road, things going on. I'm telling you, I live that life. So while walking, sometimes I'm walking down here, making a shortcut to go down the road to Arafat. In every corner at the side of the road, in every track. Sometimes when I hear the noise making, I have to turn and pass in my head looking so. You understand? Because of this spirit of lust, what takes place at carnival time. The spirit. It is a spirit. Many times, the woman doesn't even know the man or which one of the men they sleep with. I'll tell you natural thing. They does not know. They pick him up in the fact. Now I get more raw with you. In the bank, the dance hall in Eastern Unity. Eastern Unity was on Legion Street in San Fernando. You had Whitehall on that side. You had Eastern Unity on this side. Eastern Unity have fet, Whitehall have fet. I have to beat the boat because it's free. So I am in Eastern Unity. I meet up with my brother, my big brother. He was bright. I was shy. And he's inside the same pit. And I'm listening, and then I'm listening for a while. I say, hey, wait. See, that girl, I just wait. I say, oh, what she means? Right? And where she is, in the lap of her next guy. So you all understand what goes on out there? Yeah. Are you listening to me? Yeah. What goes on out there? Everything is, you see, so many of them are pregnant, many children come out, they do not even know what their father looks like. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So we could see directly when God talk about these things that we don't get involved in these things, you say, well, wrong, I could go and see. But then I tell you, stay away from them things. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yeah. Stay away from them, those things, stay away from those things. Sometimes Christians go, sometimes they camp out, sometimes they have nice time, get together home. Many Christians go into a time of fast and pray for the warriors, for Trinidad at that time. And I'm ashamed because that is known as our culture. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. The women Californians have to outdress the others to look more sexy, so they're wearing the less clothes is the better. And a set of lust going on and all this kind of thing, it is not good. Imagine I have to stop and talk about this when I was in it. Yeah. At that time, we did lustful eyes. I'm not lying. In the parties, in the dance, having time. And I just tell my brother, I say, well, I move in. I go to our next step. Remember, all the tables move on by the door, so no more money paid to go in the party full. So anybody is paid, I think, for everybody after midnight. And I could tell you, these things are no good. We come back again, ladies and gentlemen. We must reach to the place. We have to reach to the place where Christians must say, listen to me good. Listen to me good. Because you would never understand this. At the thing of Diwali time, you read it in your Bible, it talks plainly about eating of those things, and still Christians eat it. So then, if you love God, why do things so hurt him? If you fall in love with a girl, or a girl fall in love with a boy, they make sure that they don't do anything to hurt each other. That's right. Why? Because they love them. And God, because you say you love God, but some are just too greedy. I don't know why they have to eat this. And it's shame I has a brother, he's a church guy, a board member. And you see how they goes down on it and they come to them. You say kindly, no thank you. You understand? No thank you. By me, they come to the understanding that no, I don't eat. I say, listen, no, I don't eat it. You all have your celebration, but I don't really eat it. So why you kind it? I know you're a Christian, but that Christian of the, that Christian of the, look at Christian of the, then take it and then eat it. I say, listen, I don't want to take it because I'll throw it away. I will throw it away, but I'm not eating it. He said, well, what kind of Christian you is? So it made how much Christian? He lick it away. And I'll say,
want to eat it, they could make it another time and eat it.
why they doesn't make it another time?
Yeah.
I want you all to understand why they does not make it another time.
Yeah.
But they have to make it
At that time.
at that time. Can't you understand the spirit here?
Yeah.
So it tastes sweeter, but then some spirit must be sweet. So we don't eat it, the Bible says directly, don't eat anything that is offered unto idols. If you make it at that time, the spirit is in the air. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Yeah. And many Christians have a way of making it at that time. And they all sit down and eat. Do you know it's a spirit you're dealing with? Not unless we come to understand what a spirit is or who a spirit is. An evil spirit. We'll never understand this thing. We'll never understand. You think it's just nothing. It has plenty. You know what you are saying to God? God say, don't eat it. You will say, I'll eat it. Now, how then do you expect to get answers from God? You just turn against him openly against him. And say, I don't care, not at this time, I want it. And many times, the Christian want it only at that time too. So sometimes many people come out from the Hindu faith and they go into Christianity, but the Hindu faith have not come out of them. These are things that we have to turn our back on because we want to walk as God wants us to walk. I'm talking to you all as an apostle in Christ. One who have been here 47 years in ministry. So I knows it. I knows it. If one does, you see, if one does not know that it is offered and they eat it, they does not know. So then you see and yet you say, I didn't know. I didn't leave the people food alone. I tell you, if they get vexed, it's okay. You don't have to try to win them to Christ. If they have to be drawn by Christ, God is going to draw them. You don't have to go to their ceremonies. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How will God detest? Read your Bible. Read the Old Testament. Why God destroyed the people after bringing them out of Egypt? Because when they were coming out of Egypt and Moses went to get the commandment, they came out of Egypt with a set of gold in. And one of the top men, I think was Aaron, they decided to get, he was one of the top men, he was Moses' brother. That's right? Right? He, the head man, let's bring it and melt it and make a calf so that we could worship. They came from Egypt and they're accustomed with the idol worship, but God said he does not like this. He's bringing them out of bondage into freedom, and they make this golden calf, and they begin to have all kinds. The Bible says, according against orgies, and better that. And when Moses came down, he got so angry. Moses said, all those who are on God's side, come forward. He got angry. And a few people woke up. Few. Are you understand? The others were too drunk in their fete. And they dance around the image that God hates. And God talked to Moses of them. He said, listen, go back down and see the people that they bring out of Egypt. See what they're doing. Go back and see what they're doing. When you get so angry, I think the tablets that he brought, he pelted us, and God opened holes in the desert and destroyed all of them, except 2 persons of that people that leave Egypt. I want you to understand, the road from Egypt to the promised land, it is not short, it's not long, it's just a few days, but because of the getting on of the Jews and the wrong thing that they were doing, God had them going around in the circle for 40 years. 40 years? 40 years. So in that 40 years, they're making children. Are you understanding? They're making children. And it's the younger generation that left and went to Egypt, to that promised land. The younger generation. Even Moses didn't make it. Because Moses, God told Moses to do certain things and he didn't do it because he couldn't understand it. God told Moses, talk to the rock. And God can't see himself talking to a stone. Moses can't see himself talking to a stone. Are you understanding? They wanted nothing but water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you then talk to the rock.
Rock.
It is easier for him to strike it and see water will fall out than to come and say, I want water, and he's talking to a rock. But God wanted obedience.
Yes.
So God said, because of this that you do, I will let you see the promised land. I'll let you see it. But you would not enter. No, it is said that they never found where God buried Moses. But I believe Moses was taken up just as what's his name? Enoch. Enoch was taken up because it was no, Elijah was taken up because it was just Moses and Elijah that appeared to Jesus on the Transfiguration. Now we got to understand, we work that out. You know, we work it out. It have to be God. God did not bury him, but he took up. But then he had to change. Somehow he had to change from that body he had, but he took him up. Right? Elijah was taken up in a chariot of fire. The both of them appear unto Jesus in the hill of transfiguration or some kind of, in a certain place that the disciples saw it. Right? Now, before, why I say it was taken up? Because when the Old Testament saints die, I want you to understand how this thing goes. When the Old Testament saints die, they went into bondage also, you know, in what you call something like a hell. So they were down there, but they were God's servants. But they didn't have nothing as paradise yet. So they went down there. You know, okay, Samuel was a man of God. How many of you all know that? He anointed David, he anointed Saul. Samuel was a real serious man of God. Did not a witch raise Samuel? Are you understanding? Then where did he raise him from? These are things you have to understand. Although Samuel, when he came up, he was vexed. He said, why are you all troubling me? So that's why when Jesus went to the cross, on the day, when he went to the cross, when he died on the cross, his spirit leave and went down into where? To, what is it? Take captive. To bring out those people. If you read your Bible very well, when he rose from the dead, graves were open and people came out. The Bible says they went to homes. Because when Jesus went to heaven, they went with him. In that place now that they call that heaven paradise. They went with it. So they were taken from where the people used to be before, when they died. And now because Jesus raised into newness of life, we have what you call paradise. There the Christian goes when they die. From the time they die, there where they goes. Their body goes back to the dirt. And they don't take back what belongs to him, because we were made from dirt. So when one dies, after a length of time, you dig back up that grave. You only see dirt, because he takes back where you came from. You too. So that you will go and laugh at, or she will laugh at you. Right? The Bible says, from dust we came, and dust we shall return. So, ladies and gentlemen, that tells me something that looks on his skin deep. Will you ever see a beautiful skull? Just think how I'm telling you. So, God does this. God wants his people. His people. He wants to be proud of his people. We will hear about the carnival. It is wise that you all listen to the news to hear. Well, I don't listen to it now because I don't go to school. But you listen to hear whom we do much. It happened in papers. Ashwin, so you could get the papers and read it, because it could come up in the exam in school. Huh? Is that what? Right. So you know directly what you're writing about. You don't have to go up and, in the band and shake yourself to know what's going on. Because when you're shaking yourself, you know one thing we're going on. Because your head full of music, full of heartache. So it is not good for parents to say like, let them go and enjoy this. When you want to stop them, that would be hard. Are you understanding? It's a sad case of people that grew up in church. Sometimes it will come to them, they want to see what it have out there. I walk there. I walk there. I got saved at 23 years old, so I was out there. I know what it have. And now, it's a good thing they didn't have all them kind of camera because I might have seen myself in the state I was for those days. You may laugh. You may laugh. But it was not a good state. I lived on buns and drink buns and juice for 4 days. Buns and juice in the morning, buns and juice lunchtime, buns and juice in the evening. Why should I suffer myself like that? The spirit that was in me. When the man by the tomb, he used to bawl, he used to get up in the night and bawl and cut up himself and think, and shout, bawl. When people came running after Jesus cast the devil out, he was sitting at the feet of Jesus, fully clothed in his right mind. Sometimes we are under a lot of bondage. Sometimes the things we do as Christians cause us to end up in these ways. It is because the flesh is overpowering the spirit. But as a child of God, the flesh should not overpower the spirit. So there is a constant fight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. A war that takes place with the Christian, with the Spirit of God and the spirit of the devil. Right? And if you really love God, don't make the devil laugh at God. He just say, did I yours and look at yours? Look at it. Look at she, look at she came back. Look how she came up. How you just say, if you are a father or man, somebody say, look how you do today, you didn't preach it because look how you do it. How will I feel? In the same way, God feels. God said plainly, He is willing to give us certain things more than we want Him. Yeah. I want you to understand what I'm saying. Yet we find ourselves in certain problems because how hard it is to tell God, Lord, this life, I give it to you. I cannot really live this life on my own because I'm making a lot of, making a lot of, that means you can't get through what you want to do. Right? I want freedom, Lord, and it is hard for I to do it on my own. God does not want you to do it on your own. All Christ wants you to do, listen to me as Christians, you don't have to live a Christian life. I don't live a Christian life. I do not live a Christian life. Is that I used to tell people long time because they didn't know what they're doing now. But I'm talking from experience. But a Christian life lives in me. So by truth, I am living a Christian life, but then I know it's not me that's living it. So then there has to be some force within me that have me living this Christian life. The force that is in me is what makes me didn't worry carnival when I got saved. Just 2 months after when carnival come. And yet it did not worry me, and I myself was amazed. I didn't know what going on, but it just, and the joy that I have, it could not, the carnival could not give me a joy. Do you know something? Because you're a human being, your body or your life, I should say your soul, always cry out for something to satisfy it. And your soul came really because of God, and God breathed into man. Are you listening? the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So in part of you, inside of you is some longing to get into contact with God. And there is nothing of this world could bring that satisfaction for your soul. So then you're out there without knowing it. You are looking for everything. You try this. What about the drugs? You try marijuana, then you move to cocaine. Then you're still looking after time that you're looking for something after time that come like nothing. You're looking for something to satisfy that inner being. To make you be satisfied. And nothing could satisfy the inner being who is the real you without God. So you'll be there doing this, doing that, and going for higher and higher and higher to get a satisfaction. When God calls you now, you now know God. Paul said, why do you want to go back? He couldn't understand. He said, why do you all still going back to certain things that you were not satisfied with? Why? Why do you have to go to there? It does not bother me. Carnival doesn't bother me. I told the members in the church, if all you ever see me on TV, a Carnival Monday, might see me moving through. No, it's not dance or dancing. I'm moving through the band to get to go to my work. Eh? I'm moving through the band. It's not dancing, dancing. It does not worry me enough. So it's not that I'm grieving to see it. I don't watch it on TV. It don't worry me because the joy that I have inside of me overcome that kind of joy. That kind of joy lasts for time. The joy I have inside of me lasts forever. The man of the world will never understand. How could I be happy? How could I be happy? That I'm one of the happiest person that is alive. I have a joy. Sometimes you find I'll be home singing. I do most of my singing at home. For the good of some people, because they told me I can't sing. So I sing at home. I know God enjoys it. He enjoys it. Because the Holy Ghost will take our sounding and tune it up the time it reaches to God. Well, I'm telling you the truth. I am happy. I live alone. I live alone, yet I don't feel lonely. Are you understanding? Yeah. The Lord is there with me. I will put on my TV. I sleep on the couch most of the time because I put on my TV. I'm looking for Chinese kick-up. I love the Chinese movie, the kick-up. I can't understand how they could fly without wings, raise in the air, and come back down and fight it. I can't understand that. But I love the action. I am an action man. I love it. So I go to sleep, and when I wake up and if it's midnight, I go across to my gospel station, and I'll sleep, wake with the TV on, until after a certain time I'll see the TV saying it's getting ready to shut down. I'll tell you that because it is not going to, after a link of time, the way they make it up, the TV box, everything shuts off. That's happened with my television, I don't know what's happening with others. So I will just have to switch it off, and switch it back on. And then he go in whole night, he going to continue for the night. Are you listening? Eh? Eh? Maybe. That is what I get. Yeah. But after a certain, I just take it off and put it back on and it comes on again. It runs straight through. Right? So after a certain time it goes, right? Maybe God will tell me it's time to sleep. By sleeping and waking right on the couch. The only thing that run me to my bed is mosquitoes. That's why I have a net. That's why I have a net. I can't really sleep when mosquitoes are around. I can't sleep. They come singing sweet lullaby in your ears, and that's the worst thing. A sweet lullaby, whatever it is, and that's the worst thing. It's boring. I can't sleep. So you see, I leave and I go to my bed, but I very rarely now sleep after my wife has died. I very rarely sleep in the bed. Sit by the TV, I put on, and I don't have to go on the junction to lie. Are you understand what I'm saying? As a young boy living in San Fernando, I was a calypsonian from young. And I make up my calypsos, and my mother, my aunt would leave to go, she used to go to lodge. I understood that it's not good now. I don't know why, but I don't know much about it, but no good. And she would go to lodge. She had many lodges she used to go to. And from the time she gone, I leave and I gone. 10 years old. And the Lima boys, which is 21 and up, is at the junction waiting for when my team makeup comes. That's what my name. And I'll go, and I always wear a beret. But I don't know, you don't see much beret again. I used to wear a beret. And I'll come and I'll sing and sing, and they used to back you up good. Abu-du-dum, 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 and I will sing. And when I finish, I take off my hat and I pass on. And when I finish, I collect about 20 cents for that night. You know? 20 cents, 5 cents. And they look small for me, and I make sure I get back home. And when my aunt comes, I sleep in all the time. And you listen, that was looking for joy. No, I love home. I lie down in fine, I going out much. And anyhow, the way the things are, I don't even appear time 8 o'clock in my street. It's clear. 2 persons have been gone down on that street, so nobody really walks at night. But I love my Lord. I know what He wants to be pleased with me. And I just tell Him, take more, take all of me. And use me for your honor and your glory. And in that I have peace like a fountain. There's peace like or joy like a fountain. Peace like a river. I am a happy man in Jesus. And I'm not saying that to try to convince you. I'm saying, oh, I have my joy. So I don't want to go back into the world, nor the things that are in the world. Alcohol can't catch me because I was never one who drinks alcohol. Never liked it. Cigarette, neither. When before I get saved, I was just losing it by the friends I keep. Take a smoke, so I taking a smoke with them, so when we walking up, I never had friends in the area. So my friends used to come in. And then I will leave to go down to with them to go to the movies, and them smoking, so how will I look? So before that, they say I smoke. And when I go home, ladies and gentlemen, I washes my mouth with vim. Because every time I breathe, I'm pulling in the tobacco, and I never like it. I never like the scent that every time I breathe, I'm pulling in the tobacco in my nose. I never like it. So you see, I'll go and I try to get the scent off. And I'm not enjoying it. But you know what you feel? You sometimes, and you know, it's a bunks. You know, and once I tried it, the mark must be something in my hand. You know, I saw the pippin soap, I pippin saw the blood here. So many years, I've been in my hand, still like it. But you see, I was it. I used to dress all in black. A black hat, a black shirt, or jersey, a turtleneck, full of jewelry. My hands, all my rings had rings, all my fingers had rings. All, right? And a cross, imagine that, brother. A big cross with a chain. I use this, that's the way I was. And I ain't talking to nobody in the area. Bajon type of thing. Bajon type of thing. I ain't talking to nobody. So my friends will come in. So they watch when you're walking on the road, and I must feel like them. But where that would have sent me? Where would have sent me? When they tell me, I make them shame because when they we going in the bar to drink, and I had to buy beer for them because they have runs. I buy this one, I buy beer for them, I only buy shit for them. They say, no, you making me shame. I never start around. And say, today you have to drink because how we feel it. Anybody wants to feel like we didn't see drink? So for that, I took one beer, and then I took a next beer. Those of you who know Penal Good, you know Natural Good Junction. Yeah. It was a bar and a shop in that junction. I think it's still there. Right? And when I got up, I knew it had 2 doors for the bar and 2 doors for the shop. That's 4. When I get up and I told, because I ain't feeling good. So I tell the boys I ain't feeling good. I started going home. Now I had to walk the 3/4 mile, walk go to the house at the Haunted Hill. And the doors and them dancing. And I didn't know which one is the door because I'm checking about 8 doors and I know it only have 4 doors. So which one to cry through? And that's the last I know. Thank God for a fella called Bridgeland from Mohis Road. I shame the next morning. I ain't passing in that junction for nothing. Shame. And when I asked the boys in the shop, parents said, "You're going away with me again. You should be drinking milk." So I asked Bridgie, "What happened, boy?" He said, "Boy, you can see how you gain on that road. All them cars passing you, running and jumping and getting on in front of the car. We teach shame and we left you. It's Bridgie that carry you home." You say, "Well, look, I stopping cars," and when they realize that you're drunk, I got drunk with 2 beers. And I don't like beer, I like it from a sea drink. So these things can catch me. No. Are you listening to me? To me, beer didn't have no taste. I like my solo. So I would not get catched by alcohol. Smoking, I did not like it. I can't go for that. You have money I could save with alcohol, especially a cigarette. Not money. But God could deliver people from those things.
That's right.
They all give testimonies, endless testimonies of what God could do. Ladies and gentlemen, stand. I've talked